however many likes this video has, I will do that many press-ups and film it and put it in the intro of next week's videos. Okay, we're all set up. Let's go. So I'm pretty sure that was 20, but it might have been 21 because I lost count around the 12-13 mark. New Will Patterson video. Not watching that until I'm done. This is really hard. Oh, can't even see the stopwatch. Can you see that? Yeah. Oh, I'm on 42. I used to be able to do 40 in one go, so this is not going well for me. Recording the press-ups right now. This is very hard and I'm very unfit. 49, so I've got to do 50 more, so I'm not even halfway. This is really bad. I'm pretty sure it's 52, but I might be wrong. Okay, so for the last 2 times, I just haven't been able to get any out, so that's actually really annoying. So at 20 minutes, I'm just gonna stop it, and then I'll look at the time, and then just add the minutes of extra rest that I need, because obviously I'm not gonna do it at this rate. So I'm gonna stop it now. It's 19:16, and I'll start it again when I can actually do a rep. Okay then, it's now 7:21. I'm gonna pause it again because I can't get any more reps. I'm gonna have to go and eat my dinner, but I'll be as quick as I can. Okay, so another 11 minutes has passed and I'm gonna start again. We're on 72, I think. Okay, so we're on 83 and this is terrible. My fitness is terrible, and this is what happens if you spend not enough time at the gym and too much time sitting on that computer doing logo designs and making videos. I've got to pump out 16 more. How long is this going to take? Oh, when I hold the camera like this, the background looks like I'm in a crack den. That's it, failed. 85, I tried 86 about 3 or 4 times now. I can't do it, this is a failure. 10 people, no, 14 people, take your likes back. I obviously can't handle them. Let's get on with the video. Rebranding Uber, let's do it. Hello Rebrand gang, and welcome to episode 49 of Rebrand Everything, the weekly graphic design show where we redesign the logo of big or famous companies. This week we're going to be redesigning the Uber logo. And thanks to Mubashir for submitting this idea and also your constant dedication to the comments section. Let's go. So just the fact that you're watching this video on the internet means there's a 99% chance that you already know what Uber is, so I'm not going to bore you with the whole backstory. I'm just going to show you the logos and we'll take it from there. The logo for Uber used to look like this, and now it looks like this. So there's not much to say about this logo. It's a word mark without any particular standout points. This has been done deliberately to make the text look like transport signage around the world and also make the most of how well known the Uber brand name is. So I've been looking around the internet and it has mixed reviews from designers. Some absolutely love it, some don't like it so much. I think it's boring but perfect. It's exactly what it needs to be. It's understated, it's clean, and lets the rest of the branding do the heavy lifting. When you look through the full range of Rebrand items, you can see that it's been really well thought through, leaving space for services such as Uber Eats to have its own identity while still clearly being part of the larger Uber brand. If I was going to have to pick holes in it, which I'm kind of going to have to do for this video, otherwise I'm going to have no content, I would say that I'm not the greatest fan of when a mobile app icon is just the name of the company. I kind of prefer it when it has an icon that can work for that. So to explain what I mean, the mobile app icon says the word Uber, and then underneath where you have the name of the app, it says Uber again. So it just feels a little bit weird. Is this repetition necessary? So there's definitely nothing wrong with this, but I'm just thinking maybe it would be nice for if they had an icon that was something more like the Twitter bird icon, where instead of using the word without an icon and you know what it is, you're using the icon without the word and you know what it is. Might work. Also, it probably doesn't matter too much, but the logo on the actual Uber website kind of looks like it's blending in with some of their menu items there. I think it's where the logo uses kind of a regular weight font, and also the menu items are kind of a regular weight as well. Kind of just lacks a little bit of contrast. As it's only the website and not the actual app itself, it probably doesn't matter too much, but just something about it was making it look a little bit weak to my eyes. So even though I'm not entirely sure that they actually do need an icon with this logo, because it's already been well thought through, for this video we're going to enter a parallel universe where every company must have an icon, and Uber need to have an icon before the year 2020. So today I'm going to create some new options for the Uber logo and show you the full process from the sketching right through to the finished logos. So let's get into it. So as Uber is all about getting someone or something from A to B, I'm going to look at some options that show this in a cool way that makes a nice icon. I was just basically drawing out lots of different images that were brought to my mind when I thought of travel or delivery, but it was kind of a weird one because Uber it's not just a taxi service, it's not just picking you up and dropping you off somewhere. I couldn't go too hard on any single concept, so then it started going down the more generic route, and then if you make a generic logo that's not so great, so it was definitely a little bit of a challenge. I thought that a location pin could work because that's not necessarily saying that you're going to be getting in the car, but maybe your food is being brought from the restaurant to your house or something like that. I was looking at somehow implying movement as well with a few different arrow options. I started looking at some other sort of navigation style icons as well, but the compass icons and stuff like that all just started feeling a little bit nautical, so I kind of just backed off that. And I also actually did quite a lot of what I'm trying to do less of, which is just take that first letter of the company name and just draw out lots of kind of essentially generic U icons. So quite a lot of these ideas aren't going to make it through to the next stage, but I still just like to get them all out on the page anyway. Sometimes I'll be looking at one of them ideas that, even though it might not work, it kind of sparks another idea, like when we're in the Illustrator stage. So yeah, this is what we've got for sketching. Let's move into Illustrator. Please don't forget to press like on this video if you're enjoying it. It really helps the channel out. And also, I'm currently working on a logo design course that's a little bit more in depth, and if you would like to access that for free, you can go to rebrandeverything.com, go on the Rebrand request form, submit your idea, but click the little box that says add me to the Rebrand gang mailing list, and I will send you a coupon as soon as that's out so you can get that for free. Cheers, let's get on with the video. So for option 1, I just wanted to try taking the current logo and essentially strengthening it up a bit by making the font thicker. I was focused in on the website header, as that was the place I picked up that the logo was a little bit thin, causing a slight lack of contrast between the menu items and the logo itself. I'm sure it might be easier to change the font of the menu items, but then that would kind of defeat the point of this whole YouTube channel. So yeah, we're going to change the logo. The result is very similar to the current logo, with just a few changes which would likely go completely unnoticed by 99% of the population, but luckily you are in the 1%, so you'll notice the lack of the tail on the U and the generally bolder appearance. 2. So for option 2, I wanted to show something or someone getting from A to B by using Uber. I thought location pins would be a good way of indicating a start and a finish without being too specific into what exactly is being moved. And that just keeps the options open for, like, obviously Uber, where it's like a taxi service, Uber Eats, and Uber whatever else there is. The U shape is of course the first initial of the word Uber, and then the location pins are positioned at each end of this so that the U becomes the journey, which strengthens the concept of essentially use Uber to get from A to B. Some of the options I made whilst developing looked a little bit like a frog face, but I didn't really feel like this was relevant because frogs don't normally kind of get Ubers and get taxis and stuff. And I just feel like they would probably jump or swim to their destination, or if they were feeling really tired, I suppose they'd get a boat, because they're normally kind of like near the water, and I don't know if Uber do boats yet. I just felt like that was irrelevant. For the text, I was thinking like simplicity is key, so I used circular medium and chose optical kerning, which I used as if it's like some sort of typography cheat code. But what can I say, it just seemed to look good, so I just left it at that. 3. So for option 3, I tried quite a few ideas from the sketchpad, but I was having trouble making any of them work. I was definitely kind of overthinking the whole project, as I kept getting this like overwhelming feeling that Uber really don't need an icon, but I just had to kind of like fight that off and continue. But kind of logic kept shining through, and I just kept getting that panicky feeling like, oh, what am I doing? Should I just change the whole video? But I was committed by this point, so I just had to go all in. So after going round the houses for a little while, I landed on a development of one of their earlier logos. I always thought that this old logo was a little bit weird. It looks like it should mean something, but I'm actually not sure what it means at all. So for this option, I wanted to try reincorporating this idea, but adjusting the design so to make the icon the shape of a U. After a little bit of fiddling, I thought that looked quite good. I fattened up the line a little bit from the previous logo as well, just because I thought like it just could do with being a little bit stronger. And by line, I mean the line between the rectangle and kind of the outer circle, just made that a little bit wider. And then I teamed this up with a typeface called DIN, and I thought that looked neat and familiar, like it's been around for years. Something just felt quite established about it, and I thought it looked quite cool. And that established feeling I got from it, and that familiarity feeling, probably is because I've seen the old logo. 4. So for option 4, I wanted to take the route of incorporating a very simple arrow to show the journey that's about to be made when you use Uber. So an upwards arrow always looks positive because obviously it's pointing upwards and it's just generally kind of feels good. But it does have that kind of obvious cheesiness about it that I don't always like. In this case, I wanted the arrow to integrate into the U shape to associate with forward movement and progress. The icon alone was looking a little bit basic, and the shape of it made it awkward to position the text with it. So the app icon was looking way better than the icon alone, so I grabbed it and rotated it around 45 degrees to give it a nice holding device. For some reason that icon just looked a lot better when it was on a black background as well, so I just thought work to the strengths here and just slap that in. Once the icon was built, I put a thick typeface underneath to act as like a foundation for the diamond shaped icon. Thought that when I used the thinner text it kind of just looked a little bit spindly and like it couldn't hold the weight of that strong icon above. So yeah, nice fat font, just nice foundations. 5. So at this point, I can't lie, I was running out of creativity a little bit, so I had to recycle the location pin idea for option 2. However, this time the pin was taking centre stage. I spent some time swapping around the fills and the strokes and just generally fiddling with the spacing until I had the effect that I thought looked nice and stylish without being too kind of fiddly and small. Font wise, I went with an old school Helvetica New Bold. The resulting logo keeps the clarity of the current logo whilst adding an icon that works well in the black app icon box, so I feel like that will look quite cool on the phone home screen. Again, this was the type of icon that worked a lot better on a black background for some reason. It just really seemed to like stand out, whereas when it was just black and white, it kind of looked a little bit lacking. So for the mock-ups this week, I've put the logos white out of a black background just because I thought that looked better, and also that's how I would imagine the starting screen for the app, like when you click on it and it's kind of loading or whatever. I just thought that would be a good way of showing it. And here's a little clip of me just making the mock-ups in place here. I'm still finding that really handy, not having to open up Photoshop and adjust smart objects every time I want to make a mock-up. And there's a link in the description if you did want to try that out. So I know I've mentioned this already, but making this video has actually been really difficult because the logo is absolutely fine already. So when I think logically, I know that bolting a logo onto the side of it probably isn't the right thing to do. Even so, I know that some people still get inspiration from watching the design process, and I thought as I've gone to the effort of creating these anyway, I would just show you the exploration and full process behind it. Okay then, Rebrand gang, just before I show you them final options, I just want to remind you to press the little button up here and vote for your favourite option, then head straight down to the comments below and let me know why that was your favourite and what you might have done differently. If you like this video, please remember to press like, it really helps the channel out, and if you want to see videos like this every single week, press subscribe and put the little bell on so you can join us in the premieres. Okay then, Rebrand gang, let's see them final options.